I can tell you here, the conversations I've had with energy players from around the world at Gas Tech, they want US LNG. They're bullish on the possibility of getting US LNG. They see not just the economic benefit to their countries in the US, but geopolitically as well. The US is a stable partner. It's a reliable partner. You can have long-term contracts with US companies. And so every conversation I've had since coming to Gas Tech, I am not seeing those concerns expressed. I'm seeing people very bullish about partnering with the U.S.
And yet the Russians will turn around and say they are a long-term reliable partner. They give long-term contracts as well. But the thing that the Russian gas via Nord Stream 2 has got that US LNG hasn't got, it's cheaper. It's 25% cheaper. How would you respond to that?
So cost is a factor, but geopolitical considerations come into play as well. And at the end of the day, I think you are going to have partners with the U.S. who will gauge the economics, but also look at the geopolitical benefits to partnering with the U.S. over other partners.
Okay. Neil, let's move on to looking at which industries, which energy products the administration is pushing and how FERC is responding, because you've been dragged into a row about coal, haven't you, as well? Just confirm, FERC isn't there to do the administration's bidding on coal, is it?
We are not. We're an independent agency. And this was a difficult question for me. I am from Kentucky. I worked for Senator McConnell. I have seen firsthand in my home state the devastating impact that arises when coal plants and the coal mines that feed them shut down. What that does to communities can really, really devastate communities. And I was concerned for the plight of folks in those communities. I'm also concerned about climate change, and nuclear power is our single greatest source of carbon-free baseload power. And an uptick in the retirements of nuclear power could hurt our ability to meet our global carbon reduction goals. I was concerned about both of those things. FERC, we're market regulators. We have to abide by the statute that guides us. I'm a conservative. I believe in a narrow interpretation of statute. For me, we call balls and strikes. We do things by the law. And the proposal that was submitted to us by the administration, which called for compensating plants with on-site fuel, namely coal and nuclear, the record did not support taking that action. And I take my independence as a commissioner very seriously, and my colleagues and I voted unanimously to turn down that proposal and open our own docket so we can build a record and do that detailed examination and do it in a legally defensible way.
You mentioned you're a conservative. Did the administration put you in a difficult position?
They did not. The Secretary of Energy was well within his rights to submit the notice of proposed rulemaking that he did, and we carefully considered it. And at the end of the day, my colleagues and I took a narrow view of the law, a narrow interpretation of the statute, and we felt the record didn't support the action the administration wanted us to take.
And again, you believe there are climate issues as well. The President famously has little trust in the COP21 process as well. Do you believe, though, that the US is moving ahead on its climate commitment on a state-by-state basis, regardless of what Mr. Trump believes?
So I'm a market regulator. What I'm seeing in the markets that we oversee is that despite the fact that we pulled out of COP21, despite the fact that the clean power plan that the Obama administration was pushing did not go forward, despite the fact that there's not a price on carbon, despite the fact that cap-and-trade legislation was defeated in Congress, in 2017, the U.S. was at 1992 levels in carbon emissions. The markets are working. Cleaner renewable sources of energy are becoming more affordable and more readily deployed. Gas is having an impact on squeezing emissions out of the power sector. I think that the power sector will continue to see reductions in carbon emissions. And as the market overseer, I'm quite confident.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.